So hey there everyone. As always, welcome to the channel. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out for a few minutes. My name's Rich, I'm the channel host, and today we're going to dive right into things. The other day I put up a new video on do I have to edit my drone photos? Because quite honestly, you don't have to edit them. There's nobody forcing you to do that, but maybe if you want to improve some things, you're going to want to do some editing. The same can be said when we start talking about drone video. So you don't have to edit the video that comes out of your drone. And for a lot of people, color grading video is kind of a harder topic. So up in the upper corner right now, we have got Kino up, which helps me manage my videos for when we're assembling videos here for YouTube or my classes or anything else, client jobs as well. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to switch this down really quick so that we get the full screen on Kino. So let's do that real fast. And now we've got me down here in the bottom corner and we've got Kino up. So as I mentioned in my previous video about whether or not you should edit your still images out of your drone, we're now coming into, all right, should we color grade with our drone? So we paid a visit to Goldwater Lake Park here in Prescott, Arizona, and got to see the new open lower lake. So that's what we're looking at right here. So I brought the drone out, we brought a GoPro, we brought an M50, and the whole idea was just to document the changes at the location and pop them up over on exploreprescott.org. So I'm just going to go ahead right now and we're just going to, we're going to let this go. So, you know, when you're first setting up with the drone, you might get yourself aligned or you might still be messing with a couple things. The drone got launched and then I started flying the drone. I believe this was about 14 miles per hour is what I had this set to. So it is cooking right along, and you know, the lakes here aren't that big, but still. But so taking a look at this right now, okay, do you feel like we need to color grade this? Is this desperately crying out to punch things up? Maybe to darken the skies up, maybe to bring the shadows up. Excuse that full turnaround. That's just me getting situated for the next scene. You know, looking at this myself, I'm pretty satisfied with the color quality here. So I'm feeling like I don't really need to color grade this. So I kept these settings very simple. If you go look around YouTube right now, color grading video, color grading drone video, there are tools out there, there are great tutorials out there, and you know, you will learn how to color grade. But the big question is, when do I need to color grade? When do I not need to color grade? So I was using a Mavic 2 Pro with this, and we're just going to take a look down here in the lower corner because I just want you to see. So I had this set to H.264, 1920 by 1080, so that's my 16 by 9 aspect ratio, 59.94p, and so I set all of that up in the drone. So when I was in video mode, you can go into your settings and you can tweak the settings for both still images and for video. So this is a very basic setup. Here's the shocker. Under the shutter speed, aperture, or full auto, under that part, which we're going to put up on screen here, I went with auto. Now, that's breaking the rules. What I should have done is gone with shutter priority. And since I was basically doing 60p, I should have set this to 1/120th of a second for the shutter speed. But instead, I let everything float. I said, let's go automatic. Now, I know how to set it up where we're doing the 60 frames a second, 1/120th of a second for the shutter speed. I know how to do all that, but I just have been playing around with the concept of putting it on full auto for my exposure side of things, okay? And so, you know, what has this shown me? So if I had set this to 1/120th of a second and, you know, set it to shutter priority, would this have come out better, worse? Well, the experimentation that I've been doing over the past few months, because I've been toying with this on client sites as well, is that when I set it to the full auto, Mavic 2 Pro, these are the kind of results I'm getting. Now, when I've set it more manually, so the 59.9p and the 1/120th of a second, I've experienced some more jitter problems and I've experienced some very dramatic changes in the exposure when I have it set up more manually. So since this was for fun, since we were out here doing this just to check things out for the day, Pretty satisfied with it. I'm just going to pull one more of these up here for you just to see a little more of it. So honestly, I did not need to color grade here, and I was also using the standard color profile on the DJI Go 4 app as well. So, what this is saying to me is some pretty automated settings are doing something nice, at least for my YouTube videos. Now, if I was looking at larger videos, then I might have to go back and deal with the rules of videography. So if you're still new to it, I would suggest checking out and doing some searching around about color grading. Now, I do actually do color grading in some instances. Here, I didn't need to color grade these at all for the final video that we put together. Absolutely didn't have to do it at all. But there might be those moments where what we're getting back isn't the highest quality, and that's where color grading can come in. So I utilize Final Cut Pro, and I do have a tool for Final Cut Pro. So let's go ahead and we're going to pull up Final Cut Pro really quick for you. So you can do color grading in Final Cut Pro. Update later. So, let's just pretend here's another video. This is the video that just went up recently. And one of the things that I can do in this video here, I'm going back to my effects, and we do have right over here, we have a plugin called Color Finale Pro. Now, I've been using Color Finale Pro for a couple of years. It really does help out when I've flown other drones and D-Log, come back to the office. Using Color Finale Pro is really going to help things out. Also, Apple has their own color grading right over here. And so we can actually utilize the color grading that they've provided us. Let me pull up the curves here. Well, not the curves, the waveform. Sorry about that. But so I could go in here and make changes and color grade as well. I'm going to go ahead and turn that color grading off. And we're going to go ahead and close those back down. But so I do actually have a tool for color grading, and pretty simple to use. And the instructions on it are pretty good. But there are several color grading applications out there. We've also got Adobe Premiere, we've got DaVinci, and you can do color grading with those as well. But when looking at what we flew, so let's go ahead and minimize that again. I felt very confident in not doing the color grading. While we're here, I'm just going to grab one more of my drives, and we're going to go over to the clients. We're going to go to Pointer Rocks here, and we're going to just sort on video only. And let's go ahead and open this all up in Kino. And we're just looking for one particular event. There we go. So a lot of other video has gone into an advertisement piece that I've done for Pointer Rocks RV Campground in Prescott. It's a favorite place of mine. And let's look into here and find Doug on the mountain bike here. So same setup. I didn't change anything else here. So by the way, Kino makes it very easy to find your projects and things. So very easy and very quick in my mind. And we were just getting set up here. But what we're clicking around for here is very simple. How do you feel about the colors in this? Do you feel like that there's a need for me to do any color grading in this one? Because to me personally, this is looking pretty good with the same settings that I just showed you from Goldwater. So, and we did that quick little ride along with Doug, but let's zoom in down here one more time. So video H.264, 1920 by 1080, 16 by 9 aspect ratio, 59.9p, and that's it. And then I had my exposure set to fully auto. So was this the right thing to do? Was this the wrong thing to do? I think these are looking pretty good. I'd love to hear from you and in the comments down below. And of course, I do things the proper way as well. But this has been an interesting experiment for me that's been leading me to say to myself that, some of the auto settings, if you're trying to get something set up pretty quick in the field, this might be one way to do it. I'm very satisfied with these colors, actually. This does look like the rock formations from that particular day. So just checking one more. So we did have fun setting up these little rides, and I think this is the one that I am going to, we'll skip it in just a moment. So good ride, and there we go, good ride across the board. So it's the next video that had the problem with the bit of an accident. All right, everybody, I'd love to hear from you. So if you are newer to drone flight, drone video, drone stills, Whether or not you absolutely need to color grade is going to be up to you. It's always personal preference. But if you're going to be doing a lot more video work and tying things together, making longer videos or time-lapse videos, things like that, then we might be looking into the color grading for those types of applications. But I'd say, fly it with the different modes, the different color modes, and see what works for you. So to wrap it up and answer the question, you don't have to color grade, but you might want to. See you again real soon, everybody.